So don't forget to disconnect the negative battery, which is located in the driver's side fender well, or you can try to through the engine compartment here with a long extension and a swivel and disconnect that cable off that terminal end. Remove the radio bezel, just pull, put your fingers in the vent, and you can just give it a pull right out. It's a tab on the connector. And then we have the hazard switch tab right there. So put your tilt steering wheel all the way down and lock it. Then grab the trim around the ignition. Pull this off. Get this up. And you have little tabs in here for this little plastic rubber thing. You're just going to pull that down. Like that. You can get this up and out of the way. Now we're going to remove the instrument cluster. And there's 4 mounting bolts in each corner, and it's a T20. We're just going to pull it forward lightly until we can reach the connectors, then we'll undo the connectors. You're going to have to reach your hand around back. You have 4 connectors. 1 and 2 over here. So we have 3 mounting screws, 1 in here and 2 in the front of the ignition, right here. They're all T20, so you're going to just take those out. And then the last one is up here. Now we're going to take the steering column knee pad out of the way. Just pull down. You have 2 tabs on the top, and then it hooks into the bottom. You have T20 mounting screws. Now with your T20, there's 3 mounting holes for the steering column cowl plastic cover. We're going to take those down. Pull down on the cowl. Now you can pull up on the top one, get that out of the way. And from the back, you're just going to grab and pull down. Lock the steering wheel in the up position. And now you can pull this out like that. And there's the ignition switch on the back. But I'm going to disconnect this connector right here. Pushing on the tab, pulling that off. And I'm going to leave the cable attached. Now I'm just going to, you have a safety lock here. Push up on it, push back on this tab, and pull it off. You have 1 mounting screw right here. It's a T15. So you have to take the key, put it in the run position, and then you can pull this straight out. I'm going to use a screwdriver and just pop it out. I'm going to line up the new ignition switch, and you can see the slot and how it's angled. See if yours lines up correctly. And if not, turn the ignition till it does. Okay, take your mounting screw, T15, and mount it. Now you can plug everything back in. Make sure you put that red tab down. This one. I'm going to take the key back out of the ignition, and I'm going to position it back up in. So see this T form on top of this ignition switch right here, or locking key cylinder? That form needs to go into this white lock. So you need to line it up with that and slide it up in. I'm going to lower the steering column and lock it. Now I can put the top column shroud on. Then I'm going to grab the bottom one, put that one on. Make sure the harness is out of the way of the mounting screws. Pull the handle down. There we go. Now we can connect the top. And then the 3 mounting screws, I'll bring it back up, lock it. It's a T20 Torx. There we go. These 2 tin pieces go into these slots on both sides, so just like that. I'm not going to tighten them until all 4 are in. So now these hooks go into this bevel spot right there. Line them up, push down, bring them up, and then just clip them in. Now you can loosen up the steering column, and you want to telescope it all the way out and all the way down and lock it. Now you can bring your gauge set back in and start connecting your connectors. They only can go in the correct one. You cannot put them in the wrong one. And with that in place, sit it right back into its place. Nice. Get those 4 mounting screws. And that's an extension with a T20. So now you're going to want to pull this rubber piece up and then put this shroud on first. It covers the gauges. See if you can, if you want to access it, maybe you can try to pop it in up here. These little pitons are going to go right into that spot. They snap right in. Now you just got to make sure you guide this trigger right through that hole that's on the dash. There we go. Then give it a push in. Okay, pull my tilt steering wheel back up. So we're going to connect in the hazard switch down on the bottom from the radio bezel. So when I pulled this out, these stayed in. I don't want that. I want these to stay on the actual bezel. I think it'll be easier to reinstall. So I'm going to line those spots up. Now they snap in. Do the same on this side. See, the plastic tabs, they get bent. There we go. Now the wheels are exposed. I'm going to bring it up, plug the clock in, and I'm just going to slide the vents in, just like that. Go ahead and retighten that negative cable and turn the ignition on.